In this week's edition of Authors Revealed, Becky Anderson talks with Veronica Roth. In Allegiant, Triss's story comes to an end in the final book of the popular Divergent trilogy.
Welcome to Authors Revealed. I'm Becky Anderson. I am so excited. The final book of the Divergent trilogy is out. It's Allegiant by Veronica Roth. What is that feeling for you, knowing that the third and final book? Is it a good feeling? Is it a little sad feeling? Is it a mixture?
It's a little bittersweet. I mean, this series changed my whole life. Made me self-sufficient and gave me like a career to look forward to. So it's been a really big deal. I also love the story, so letting it go is a little hard. But I'm also just kind of excited for everyone to see how it ends. So I'm really excited, but very sort of melancholy at the same time.
But setting it in Chicago. Now, you grew up in Barrington, you went to Northwestern. Did you set it there on purpose?
It wasn't so intentional, because when I wrote the rough draft, it wasn't set in any particular place, but it had all of these features, like these elevated trains that are always running sort of mysteriously, and this kind of like marsh area that had once been a lake, and like all these mysteries in the setting automatically. And when I thought that the story would really benefit from a distinct sense of place, I kind of thought like, oh, it's already in Chicago.
So when you wrote Divergent, had you intended that the story would be a trilogy?
With Divergent, I didn't really know what would happen when I first started it. It was just like I was playing with it until finally it just ended, you know? But I knew that the kind of arc of Divergent could finish and be complete, but then the world, you know, there's all these unresolved issues and these problems created, you know, by what happens at the end of Divergent. So I would say it has always been a trilogy, or a trilogy-sized idea in my mind.
You know, even talking about the movie that's coming out, did you have a whole lot to say?
There are a few things I was not like totally on board with, but once I saw people in action, or I saw things in action, I usually understood why they were doing what they were doing. So I think it's been a real learning experience, very humbling to realize, like, I don't really know how to make movies, so maybe I should just stick to what I know.
You gotta read this one. It's the final book in the Divergent trilogy. It's Allegiant by Veronica Roth. Back to you, Jen.
Thanks, Becky. If you're interested in the full interview with Veronica Roth, visit nctv17.com for a list of airtimes.